Next update. So today, big achievements. I talked to Australia Post yesterday and they said even though it's a vacant piece of land, they're still okay to deliver mail to a vacant piece of land as long as I set up a little mailbox. So I went to the store today and I have the very first mailbox here. And so I got everything that I needed and I put it into the ground. It's meant to have like concrete stuff to hold it still, but the ground is really solid and I just pushed it in really far, which is why it's probably a little bit lower than it would normally be, but still, quite happy with it. And so now I can start getting things delivered, and it means I actually have like a proper postal address, like a proper one that belongs to me. And the other thing that was done today is Mosquito Hollow is a little bit disappearing. And I say that because I bought a saw, just like a regular hand saw, and I thought, it shouldn't be too tough to bring down some of the trees. And it totally wasn't. And it wasn't. The reason why is because, once again, the miracles of YouTube, I went from never having cut down a tree to expert in literally 2 minutes and 56 seconds of watching the video of how to do it. So once I became an expert, I decided that was all the qualifications I needed. And the little jungle forest here, I'll try to show you where. So that really difficult to point to the right place. And then you can see like the other ones there. So I took down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trees. And they're quite tall. Like these ones are the ones that are next to them, and they're sort of like they're nearly the same height, like all the way up, way up there. So I'm sure they would have been at least, at least 7 or 8 meters. And then, no one was harmed, not a single person, and so I felt quite happy about that, the fact that I'm still in one piece and I've taken down all these trees. To be fair, the majority of the trees were dead, and that's sort of one of the reasons why I wanted them gone, because that one had lots of ants burrowing holes in it, and maybe they were termites, I'm not too sure. But anyway, that's where they were living, and it was a fully dead tree, as in no leaves. So I'm quite happy about that. And it means that maybe tomorrow when I do the whippersniffering again, I will have that whole area was just jungle before I started on it this morning. So now obviously I've got some stumps to deal with, but I'm okay. Maybe I'll just make some like raised beds or something for growing fruits and veggies, and then I'll never have to see them or deal with them ever again. And then this is the sort of the remaining part of Mosquito Hollow, and then there's sort of like an adjoining part over back here. But I think I can probably take down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 or 7 of these ones. So it's just leaving the main. I think it's that one is the main one. And if I just leave that'll be heaps of shade, without all of the scrappiness down at ground level, which should make it much more lovely and much less mosquito-y in there. And that's, yeah, to be also fair, that's where I had the outdoor camp shower set up when it was still working, which probably contributed to the mosquitoes because it was wet so often. But still, like, what, over a week later, I haven't been using it for showering, and such a beautiful butterfly. And it's still got heaps of mosquitoes in it when it's, whenever it's not during the day. And then, so this bit over here, I feel like I can just leave one tree and then take out all the other bits that are again more at ground level, and then just leave like the upper canopy way up there to keep the shade. And yeah, so I think that's all good so far. And then the guava tree is still looking wonderful. Every day it looks better and better. I'm very happy with, is that? Yeah, that's the guava tree there. It just makes such a difference to clear all the undergrowth and the vines and all the, just everything that was under there, and just have it so that I think the guava tree is much happier as well. I think I think getting rid of the undergrowth, because everything just gets wrapped up in vines and craziness, and I think I just pick the ones that I want to make sure they do really well, and then take out everything else. And then this is where I put a lot of the trees that I took down. So that's the guava, and all the ones that I took down today is that big pile there. And then part of that is that bit over there was there before that bit in the back, but everything else in the front. Except those really big logs down there. That wasn't there before. I mean, that was there before. It's the neighbors, is what it is. And so I don't know if it comes up very well, but this grass isn't actually too bad back here, because that was the one that I did that was the bit that I finished up on Sunday, and it's Friday afternoon now. But certainly last week when I started when I first bought the whippersnipper and did the front bit so that I could park the van, that is a lot taller than maybe I expected it to be. It's been a full week, but I can see all of my neighbors, like every single one of them has a ride-on mower, and it just kind of makes me want to ride on mower as well. But I'll give it a go tomorrow and see how long it takes me. I still think it'll take maybe 3 hours tops to do the whole half acre, and if it's 3 hours, I'm okay with that in the future. But yeah, the grass is definitely getting longer. So I think it's going to take a once a week cutting, and then there we are. So the water meter is still doing really well. I went to go buy a hose for it today, but I ended up not getting one. I want to get one that you can drink from, because if I just get the cheap ones, then it's like the community garden one, where it's just so you just taste like plastic. So I want the good quality ones that you can run water through and then drink from that afterwards. And then which I can get, but I just want to do a little bit more research and see the best ones to get. All right, that's all for now.